This is a rare treat for us tonight because I have been really given tasking the RVP from Region X. I know they do amazing work in the safety arena. We really have to honor their work and give them an Archie League award also. So, Mike McDonald from Region X.
We had no music because we haven't had any past winners. So, but listen, I am very excited to be up here tonight announcing the first ever Region X winner for the Archie League program. And this Region X member from our union's aircraft certification bargaining unit couldn't be more worthy of such recognition. Aircraft certification is composed of engineers, technical and administrative safety personnel, and flight test pilots. And they too demonstrate daily the dedication and professionalism existing among our workforce. As a 25-year test pilot, our member, Mark Anderson, is one of 31 involved in the review of new engineering certification programs occurring around our country each day. And having previously acted as a Boeing 787 guest test pilot for several flights, Mark proudly took the 787 cockpit on November 9th, 2010 to conquer the next line of tests. As Mark came up on the end stretch of his flight that day, at about 1,000 feet above the ground, smoke began to fill the cabin. At about 500 feet, the call of fire followed, and about 30 or so warning, caution, and advisory messages started rapidly displaying. All 4 engine-driven generators dropped offline, and attempts to start the auxiliary power unit failed. As we in the industry know, the first thing to do in such a situation is to get to the ground as safely and quickly as you can. With smoke building up in the cabin, Mark and the crew made the wise decision to immediately land the airplane and do an emergency evacuation on the runway. Fortunately for Mark, the plane was still flying fairly well, and he was able to use visual references outside his window to descend the aircraft and provide a successful landing. Unfortunately, we do not have audio available for this event, but we'll now play a brief news clip for which aired on Seattle News Channel shortly following the incident. Yeah, no audio.
Comafort's Denise Whitaker is live in our satellite center with more. Denise?
Eric, this is bad news on the top of bad news for the Boeing company. The Dreamliner is right now running about 3 years behind schedule, currently still in that test flight stage for FAA certification. Now, a Boeing spokesperson tells us this all happened as one of the planes in its Dreamliner test flight fleet approached the airport at Laredo, Texas. Test plane number 2 is the one that's now sitting grounded in Texas. The plane with 30 to 40 people on board left Yuma, Arizona. The pilots flew to Laredo, Texas, where they made that emergency landing.
The pilot declared an emergency due to smoke in the cabin. The aircraft came to immediate stop, and they evacuated via the emergency slides.
Now, the fire department there in Texas was on the spot. They responded right away, and Lynn Lunsford with the FAA in Dallas tells us it appears a few people suffered minor injuries while they evacuated the plane down those emergency slides. Now, Boeing confirms the trouble in Texas and tells us their #1 priority is the people who were on board that plane, and the Boeing spokesperson tells us all are safe this evening. Now, Boeing grounded another 787 Dreamliner test plane back in September. The engine surged as that plane readied for takeoff from Roswell, New Mexico. And just in the last week, it's been reported that the first Dreamliner delivery scheduled for March, early next year, won't happen now until June. So definitely some troubles for the Boeing company. Eric?
Thank you.
Thanks to his skills, experience, and professional training, Mark was able to react to the unexpected circumstances with quick response and a cool head. It is a crucial example of why certification reviews, such as the one that day, are so essential, as they establish a level of safety that will protect the flying public from harm. It is proof of not only the certification program's importance, but that of the role of our Region X personnel play in keeping our skies safe. I ask you to please join me now in welcoming to the stage our first ever Region X winner, Mr. Mark Anderson.
The reason there is no cockpit tape is it's Boeing proprietary. As a matter of fact, that tape left Laredo before I did. It was going back to Seattle when the investigating team was coming down. So, and strangely enough, I was called to active duty with the United States Air Force a week later. So you do the math on that and figure that out. But I'm honored to join the ranks of the quiet professionals that have gone before me tonight, and I'm actually graced and humbled to be included among them. It's meaningful for me. I thank NATCA writ large and all of you for this recognition, because after the mishap, never got a call from anybody in management, never got a call from Boeing to this day. So this recognition is particularly meaningful for me, and I appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Okay.